Well, Senator John McCain is on a roll this week and weekend. He picked up crucial endorsements from the Des Moines Register and the Boston Globe. But this morning, he's getting another impressive endorsement. Arizona Senator and presidential candidate John McCain and Connecticut Senator Joe Lieberman join me live from Concord, New Hampshire for a Fox and Friends First exclusive. We have you both together. So, Senator Lieberman, let me start with you. What announcement do you have for us this morning?
Well, the announcement I have is that I'm urging Republican and independent voters here in New Hampshire to support John McCain in the first-in-the-nation primary on January 8th. I know it's unusual for a Democrat to be supporting a Republican, but there are some things that are more important than the political parties. One is friendship, and the other is that I happen to think this guy is the best of all the candidates to unite our country across political lines so we can finally begin to solve some of the problems people have in this country and, of course, to lead us in the war against Islamist terrorism. I'm glad to be here.
And so, Senator Lieberman, I guess what you're saying is that you don't think that any of your Democratic colleagues can do that as well.
Well, what I'm saying is, look, I've got many friends who are running for president this year, and they're fine candidates, but I'm saying that John McCain, in my opinion, based on his record and all the work we've done together on keeping our military strong, on trying to stop the advance of global warming, on creating the 9/11 Commission, in all of those cases, I saw this guy rise above the negativeness, smallness, partisanship to get something done. So I'm really saying he's the best able to do that. Can some of the others take a run at it? Of course they should and would, but I think John's the best, and I think my coming up here as a Democrat, supporting him as a person best qualified to lead our country forward, I hope will send a message that that's exactly what most of the American people want. They're tired of the partisanship. They want us to work together to get something done for them, and why not?
And Senator Lieberman, speaking of sending a message, I mean, some cynics might say that you're also sending a message to the Democrats that perhaps you don't like how they've conducted business or how they've treated you in the past.
Well, I'm certainly sending a message that I agree with John McCain a lot more on national security, foreign and defense policy. I mean, in fact, you know, I'm a JFK Democrat, progressive on domestic policy and strong on foreign and defense policy, and in my opinion, John McCain represents that strong tradition of national security policy that I came to the Democratic Party for, but unfortunately I haven't found it there very much lately.
All right, Senator McCain, it's been a big weekend for you. The Boston Globe has endorsed you, the Des Moines Register has endorsed you, now Senator Lieberman. How will you parlay these endorsements into higher poll numbers and votes?
Well, our polling numbers have continued to come up, and I'm confident they will continue to do so. This is a really crucial time when people are starting to make up their minds. As you know, about 60 to 70% have not made up their minds yet. But I just want to say that the message that Joe and I are sending today is that we're going to go back to an old tradition that on national security issues and where the security of this nation is at risk, we're going to work in a bipartisan fashion. I am particularly proud of Joe Lieberman because of what he stood up for, what is right in Iraq, what he and I supported. This new strategy has succeeded. He stood up against everybody because he knew what was right. And we've worked together for many, many years on national security issues. And I'll tell you, in town hall meeting after town hall meeting, people stand up and say, why can't you all work together for the good of the country? I think that's what this message is today on this endorsement.
Yeah, no, I know that you guys are great friends and you've been colleagues and worked together for so long. But Senator McCain, do you think that conservatives will embrace this endorsement, given that Senator Lieberman is an independent but a former Democrat?
I think conservatives, liberals, moderates, vegetarians, libertarians, they all want us to sit down and work together. They want us to work together. Joe and I have a record, as he mentioned, the 9/11 Commission, the surge in Iraq, the Department of Homeland Security, so many issues that we've worked together and we've gotten things done. What's the frustration level of the American people? One, we haven't done anything for them, but two, they see this threat of radical Islamic extremism, and they want us to go back to an old tradition of the partisanship stopping at the water's edge. And that's what I think that I will promise the American people, and I can guarantee you Joe Lieberman will be one of my most trusted advisors and companions.
And Senator McCain, that leads me to the next question. What position do you think Senator Lieberman would be best for in your cabinet?
I'll be representing the vegetarians. I think that he mentioned Kennedy. There's been others that have reached out to the best talent in America. But I also know Joe plays a key role in the United States Senate as a committee chairman, as a most highly respected member of that body. It depends on a lot of things, but there's no doubt that he plays a key role in the United States Senate today. Yeah, I'm here to support John. The only thing I want to do in the rest of my public service career is be the best senator I can be, and I'd love to be there to help John McCain be the best president he will be. Well,
I'll tell you guys, I've seen you out both on the campaign trail. I covered both of you pretty extensively in New Hampshire, and there were some freezing mornings where I had to get up because you guys were already out on the campaign trail outside stumping. Where do you guys now, 4 years and 8 years later, find the energy for all of this?
It's the most exhilarating experience you can ever have, particularly here in New Hampshire, where people care. They want to examine the candidates. They know how important the New Hampshire primary is, and it's the essence of really what democracy is all about.
Well, it's true. So now I understand this early interview, Allison, is your revenge on us.
Exactly right.
No, well, yeah, John said it. This is to have the look. Part of what John's history. He's a patriot. He learned the ideal of service to country from his father. He's taught it to his children. And he'll hold it high as president for the American people. And, you know, if you believe enough that you can do something better for the country, you get up early and you go out in the cold and you try to convince people, and that's what we're going to do today together.
All right. Well, good luck to both of you together, and thanks so much for joining us exclusively together this morning on Fox and Friends First, Senators Lieberman and McCain. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Allison.